Today, the Secretary of State's office announced an investigation into efforts to register new voters ahead of the January 5th runoff. The state will look into allegations of efforts to register voters from outside of Georgia. 11 Alive's Doug Richards takes a look for us.
This comes as the Secretary of State remains under fire from President Trump, who continues to allege without evidence that the November election was fraudulent. Voter registrations like this one a year ago at a downtown concert venue have always been subject to scrutiny by state investigators. Now the state says it has evidence of irregularities as registration ends next week for the 2 U.S. Senate runoffs. The state says there's evidence independent groups are trying to register voters from out of state or sending applications to voters who no longer live at their previous Georgia addresses, or trying to get college students who have voted in other states to change their registration to Georgia.
There are people outside of Georgia that were trying to register, and or people who are in here who are temporary residents who they're trying to say, hey, you can vote this way and then flip back. And that's where you get to the intent of you're really trying to game the system at that point.
But what is the residency intent of anybody new to Georgia? That's not always clear, and proving criminal intent isn't easy, says attorney Paige Page.
And the law defines a resident as someone not just who lives here, but who lives here with the intention of staying here. Now, intent is always hard to prove.
The way that these people are presenting it to them is like, hey, you can switch your residency here and then switch it back after the election. They're literally saying, hey, it's okay to commit a felony.
So, say you're a college student and you've moved to Georgia and you register to vote. Is the Secretary of State's office going to come after you? It might depend on how you have established residency. Some basics tonight on 11 Alive News at 6.